Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. And today we're reacting to a little something a little different. I haven't reacted to something like this before. We're reacting to the top 20 most powerful DC characters from Watch Mojo. If you guys don't know what Watch Mojo is, it is a channel that does top something, top 5, top 10, top 20, whatever, right? Of literally everything from movies, TV shows, video games, to pop culture, to just real life shit. Like everything you can really think of, they probably have a video on. And I used to watch a lot of Watch Mojo in the day, but I haven't in a very long time. And I noticed, actually, I don't know how old this video is. This is only a month old. So I was just on their channel. It's like, you know what? I'm going to go check out this video. And I love superheroes. If you guys don't know that, if there's anything superhero related, I am there. I am there for the movies. I am there for the TV shows. I am definitely there for the video games. Next superhero game that's actually coming out is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, February 2nd, unless you get the bigger edition, which is like January 30th or something like that. And yeah, that's the next superhero game, and there's definitely gonna be many more superhero games in the future. I can't wait to play them. But today I want to react to this top 20 most powerful DC characters. DC is actually my favorite superhero universe, but I love Marvel as well. So like, if it's superhero, I'm there, you know? So let's get right into it.
You have two choices.
Black Adam was a fun movie.
Or die.
Pierre Brosnan's Dr. Fate was dope.
And today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most powerful DC characters.
This is their picks.
Now what? Now you die.
It might not
For
be.
this list, we'll be looking at the most grandiose, godlike, and larger-than-life beings in the DC universe. Is there a powerful character we missed? Let us know in the comments down below.
I wonder if they're going to use
Number
characters
20,
that are only in the
Swamp Thing.
comics.
As protector of the green,
There are characters that haven't made it to the big screen or live action at all that are far stronger than the characters that I have. So
his powers also include
Green.
morphing parts of his body into everything from long whips to even wings. Considering his massive stature and skin composed entirely of vegetation, his entire body is practically a biome. He's not only able to regrow chopped off limbs, but he can also heal from just about anything. And one of his coolest tricks is being able to transfer his consciousness across various forms of plants and greenery.
I guard the green, the plant life of Earth. As long as it lives, I cannot die.
His vulnerability to pollution is one of the only things.
I never actually
keeping
watched
him
this
in
TV
check.
show. I hear it was good.
Ultimately, Swamp Thing's connection to the green is both his biggest weakness and strength. Number 19, the Decreator. This gigantic eyeball first appeared in Grant Morrison's monumental Doom Patrol run. He's a powerful
that
deity
feels like
who
a Doom
carries the
Patrol
ability
villain.
to wipe
Or that
reality
character.
clean and start over.
See it there, the eye of
If you guys haven't seen Doom Patrol, dope ass show. Oh, I remember this character now.
Reap this land.
Although he always starts by erasing small things, it's never long before he moves on to much larger objects. Besides being ultra powerful, the Decreator's also incredibly hard to stop. In the past, the Doom Patrol had to come up with wildly out-of-the-box strategies that somehow kept the villain at bay. However, it's not really clear whether the Decreator is ever gone for good.
Once the Decreator's been summoned, that's it. It's over.
Thankfully, the Decreator isn't in a rush. His lack of urgency means it may take an eternity before he decides to try and erase the world again.
Oh.
Number 18, Eclipso.
Mankind's time will be forever eclipsed. Tonight, my people will be avenged.
Bruce Gordon encountered the demonic Eclipso during an expedition gone wrong. After falling off a cliff, he discovered a diamond known as the Heart of Darkness. It happened to be the home of Eclipso, who then possessed Bruce. Unfortunately, that's not the only person he can take over. Eclipso has managed to twist the minds of everyone from common civilians to members of the Justice League. And by himself, he's a powerhouse
I don't know too much about
that can hold his
Eclipso.
own. After all, he is the original embodiment of the wrath of God.
There's a G
Oh.
Fuel BOGO sale. BOGO.
Isn't
What does it
Spectre
mean?
the
I don't
embodiment
know,
of
But you buy one.
God's
get
justice or something like that? I can't
Hooray.
remember.
We also now have the
Or Spectre,
This
just
villain
one
does
version of
need
it.
a host to be the terrifying threat he's capable of being. However, his wide variety of powers means that he can eclipse other strong opponents that dare to confront him.
Humanity has witnessed its last sunrise.
Dude, this
Right.
Justice League show
I'd
was
love
so
to
good.
hear more about
Justice
it, but
League and Justice League Unlimited. What a good show.
Number 17, Shazam.
Oh, Shazam,
When
obviously.
Billy
Come on.
Batson chants the word Shazam, he becomes a superhero with a nice lineup of powers. While we won't completely spell out what his name means, we'll highlight his impressive strength,
Was it like
considerable
Wisdom of Solomon,
durability,
Strength of
and ability to
Hercules?
incorporate magic into his arsenal.
Something, I
last
can't remember.
fact has enabled him to take advantage of Superman's vulnerability to magical foes and put the Man of Steel on notice. Occasionally, Billy Batson's immaturity will get in the way of Shazam's full potential.
Yeah.
But as the kid grows into a better hero, his alter ego only
I mean,
becomes an
Shazam has
even
ability.
bigger
He has
and more
magical
dangerous
ability,
threat.
which is
Doesn't
a
take the wisdom of
weakness to
Solomon
Superman.
to know you should stay down.
Number 16, Captain Atom.
I control radiation, Superman. That includes red sun radiation.
Captain Atom's complete mastery over energy makes him a very dangerous being. He's been able to affect and absorb many sources of power, even forms like magic. He can also
really?
transmute
I didn't know that.
elements, send himself through time by concentrating, and regenerate his armored Dalustel skin. Those abilities and more have enabled him to go toe-to-toe with Superman.
I have a federal warrant for your arrest, Superman.
I remember this
So much
movie.
for the cavalry.
But when a character's a living nuclear reactor, you probably already get the idea that he's powerful. If Captain Atom broke bad, he could destroy entire Earths with built-up energy. This supremely stacked being is definitely one of the most underestimated heroes in the Justice League roster. Number 15, Martian Manhunter.
I mean, Martian
John
Manhunter's
Jones is a
telepathy
founding member of the
abilities is
Justice
just
League,
ridiculous.
A devout lover of Chacos, and also one of the last aliens you ever want to piss off. This Martian has powers on top of powers. He can fly, use super strength, shoot lasers, and also become invisible and intangible.
Excuse me.
But his most powerful abilities involve telepathy and shapeshifting. He can read your mind and turn into a giant dragon, maybe even at the same time. While Jean has a severe weakness to fire, about 8 billion people on Earth share that same weakness. And when even Superman
Fair
has
enough.
admitted
But he
that
has a
he's
fear
afraid
of
having
fire.
to face Jean
Like,
in
it
combat,
doesn't-
you know the Martian
It's not like the fire
Manhunter's not
directly has to hit him.
Ask
Him being
yourselves,
around fire
is being
can
in here with me what you
kind of
truly
stop him.
desire?
Number 14, Dr. Fate. The Lord of Order Naboo needed someone to combat the dark forces of magic.
Yep.
In the end, he decided to lend his might to whoever donned his helmet and became Dr. Fate. This superhero can cast a wide range of spells, cross different dimensions, create illusions, and more.
No, Witch Boy.
Young Justice Dr. Fate was dope.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
If you guys haven't seen Young
Dr.
Justice
Fate's
either, it's
magical
a great
skills
show.
Give him plenty
Which
of
sadly got
options to
canceled
stay
and brought
in
back
or
and then
even
canceled
end
again.
A fight quickly. Over the years, a series of heroes have donned the helmet. And if the user has considerable magical prowess already, Dr. Fate can become that much stronger. There's a reason that versions of these heroes have been able to bring order to the world for decades and counting.
I am Dr. Fate, sorcerer, agent of the Lords of Order, defender against darkness and chaos.
Number 13, Doomsday.
Born to destroy you.
Yeah, I really didn't like this version of Doomsday. He started evolving during his
There
fight with
aren't
Superman
a whole ton of
to the
characters who
version
could
of
claim
Doomsday
that
that I
they
like, the
killed
ones with
Superman
like
right
bone
after their
spikes and
debut.
everything.
So when Doomsday did this, it got everyone talking. Besides looking like an absolute powerhouse, Doomsday is able to
I like
adapt to
Smallville's
any
Doomsday. You
situation
guys ever
or
watch
environment
Smallville?
to come out on top.
Another
He's
good show.
a primal monster who brute forces his way through every fight. And while Doomsday can be taken down, killing him is extremely hard.
Fascinating. What kind of
If
civilization?
you kill him and then he comes back and the way you killed him originally, he's invulnerable to.
Seems its only function is destruction.
His physiology is so unique that his body develops an immunity to whatever was previously able to seriously wound or even kill him.
Yeah.
It's no wonder Doomsday was able to break the Man of Steel. He's not just a mindless brute, he's a force of nature that won't stop until he wins. Number 12, Darkseid.
Darkseid.
Darkseid is typically considered to be the final boss of the DC universe
You
for
gods.
good reason. In fact, he's one of the multiverse's heaviest hitters and most talented fighters.
I am entropy.
I wish we got to see Zack Snyder's Doomsday
Because
storyline go a
every
little
version
bit
of him
further.
is in one way or
because
another,
after
an
watching the Zack
avatar
Snyder
of
Justice
one
League cut,
singular definitive
oh
Darkseid.
man,
We'll admit it's a little
or
bit
not
of
Doomsday,
a
sorry,
tricky
Darkseid
concept.
looks so cool.
At the end of the day, all that means that he can toss aside most heroes like nothing. Darkseid has walked through versions of the Justice League and Legion of Doom without breaking a sweat.
Though your world will suffer slowly, I grant you a quick death.
And if he ever completes his anti-life equation, he can bend anyone in the universe to his will. Since that's describing an average Darkseid, imagine what his true form could accomplish. Number 11, the Anti-Monitor.
Anti-Monitor. We watch the CW DC shows.
This
Crisis on Infinite
larger-than-life
Earths.
being hails from the antimatter universe and is the evil counterpart of multiverse protector, the Monitor. Though the two are arguably similar in terms of power level, the Anti-Monitor's thirst for conquest means that he typically amasses greater power than his altruistic equivalent, and thus beats him out for a spot on our list. Outside of his life shell, the Anti-Monitor is basically just raw conscious energy. Capable of traveling through space, time, and reality, the Anti-Monitor has threatened the existence of the very universe itself, as explored in the Crisis of Infinite Earths crossover event.
Yeah.
The Staples Black Friday
Jesus.
sale is on now. Save up to 35%
Damn
off.
you,
last-
YouTube. Your ad blocker incapability.
Number 10, Parallax. President
Parallax,
Franklin
I
D.
know.
Roosevelt once said that the only thing we have to fear is fear
Fear
itself.
itself.
Well then, we should definitely fear Parallax, because this demonic parasite entity is the living embodiment of fear. Thankfully, the Guardians of the Universe safely kept this powerful character under lock and key in the Green Lantern power battery on Oa for billions of years. But all good things must come to an end, and Parallax escaped and began slowly manipulating Green Lantern Hal Jordan, eventually taking over completely and making him commit atrocities.
Oh,
An
wow.
immortal being capable of possession and channeling raw energy of fear, Parallax is a truly terrifying
He's the
force.
devil. Snake in the garden.
Number 9, The Flash. Blink and you miss this speedy hero. While Flash isn't the strongest or most invulnerable person, he has access to a host of powerful techniques. Since the Flash processes the world faster than most, he can come with strategies in nanoseconds.
I saw what you were planning and then I trumped your hand by going all in. How did you?
You can read minds. I can think at super speed.
He can
Yeah.
also use the Speed Force in creative ways. Flash can put
And that Flash
massive
show was
force
so good in
behind
the
his
beginning.
punches by running fast,
It really died
vibrate
off.
through solid matter.
I was hoping he was going to
create
pull off an
speed
arrow
mirages,
and get
generate
better by the
lightning,
end, is
and
what like the
more.
last few seasons
However,
get better.
His most
but
broken ability allows
just
him
didn't.
to run through time and alter events.
The only way to save the world.
Another good movie, Flashpoint
This
Paradox.
world ever
Man,
happened.
DC animated stuff was so good.
Run.
The Flash can literally create entire alternate realities on a whim. So, it's fortunate for the world that he mostly sticks to cracking jokes and fighting street-level rogues instead of breaking enemies in time with his abilities. Number 8, The Spectre.
Spectre.
you?
I am vengeance.
A divine spirit, the Spectre serves as an agent of vengeance in the DC universe. This is a mantle that passes from one human to the next, but regardless of which host it's
Embodiment
occupying at
of
any
God's
given
right
time,
hand of justice,
and
something like
whatever
that.
personality they bring to the role, the Spectre possesses powers to rival the very highest in the DC universe.
Only a guilty man flees Peter McCoy.
Within the comic book continuity, it was the Spectre who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and brought down the final plague of Egypt. Though
Oh.
Jim Corrigan is the most famous host, Green Lantern Hal Jordan accepted the responsibility for a time.
Oh, wow.
There is
Didn't know that.
very little that Spectre cannot do, and even less that he cannot see. Number 7, Mr. Mixius
Ah,
Picklet.
this interdimensional
This
fucker.
interdimensional imp and proverbial thorn in Superman's side might be just one of many rogues in the
Don't you
Man
have
of
to say
Steel's
it- get
gallery,
him to say his
but
own name
he's a
backwards
cut
to, like,
above the
get rid of
rest
him?
in terms of power and abilities. A being hailing from the planet Zerf in the 5th dimension, Mr. Mixius Picklet is imbued with near limitless abilities when visiting the earthly 3rd dimension. Teleportation, matter manipulation.
Oh, he's from a 5th
flight.
dimension.
Mr.
Cool.
Mixius Picklet can do pretty much anything he can imagine, reshaping reality as he sees fit. Thankfully, his species is an inherently mischievous people, and as such, rather than wiping out all of existence, he tends to focus attention on sillier endeavors. Number 6, Krona. The
Krona.
Guardians of
I
the
know this one.
Universe, though often short-sighted and utilitarian, ultimately operates as a force of order, combating evil whenever it grows too powerful. And considering how powerful they are, that's truly a blessing. Unfortunately, their species, the Malthusians, are not without their bad eggs. Enter Krona. Malthusians are all scientifically minded, but Krona pushed the boundaries of his experiments, dramatically altering reality itself. His punishment, banishment, and the conversion of his body into energy. Remember when we said that the Guardians were short-sighted? His powers have only evolved and expanded since his banishment, which added to flight, energy projection, mind control, genius-level intellect, and immortality. Makes him a force to be reckoned with.
a little rough.
Number
For
5,
the
Dr. Manhattan.
Guardians.
Originally
Dr.
a character
Manhattan.
in Alan Moore's iconic graphic novel Watchmen,
This dude had his
Dr.
dick out the
Manhattan
entire time during the
officially
movie.
stepped into the mainstream DC universe with the events of the 2016 DC Rebirth campaign. And that should scare, well, pretty much
Manhattan
everyone.
can control
Though
everything.
Generally considered to be a hero, Dr. Manhattan's godlike abilities, the result of a radioactive particle test gone wrong, have also given him the sort of big picture perspective on life and ethics, which other more conventional heroes
Like, what are
might
humans
not
to the
agree
big
with.
picture, right?
If at any point he decided that the world would be better off under a single authoritarian government, or worse, devoid of humans, there are few heroes who could stop this nearly omnipotent being. Number 4, Superman Prime 1 million.
Oh, yeah.
The Man of Steel is undoubtedly one of the more powerful characters in the DC universe. But if we're talking about all of the characters, human, alien, celestial, and eternal, he might not crack the top 10 at his normal power level. As Superman Prime 1 million, however, he's a serious contender. This unique version of Kal-El is the Superman of the distant future who, having outlived his loved ones, first traveled the cosmos for roughly 679 centuries before retreating to live inside of Earth's sun for another 15,000 years.
I remember that.
As a result, by the 853rd century, he had become a living extension of the sun, a being of seemingly
And his
infinite
power comes from the yellow sun.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube, and the YouTube...
I don't care about YouTube Premium. I just want to watch Madden videos.
Number 3, Michael Demiurgos. In terms of its
Michael
origin
Demiurgos.
story, the DC universe is heavily steeped
Michael.
in Judeo-Christian beliefs. And in keeping with that, the very strongest characters are inspired by figures from Christianity. Long before the time of heroes and villains, or even cosmic beings, the Archangel Michael, one of God's very first creations, was tasked with putting a stop to a rebellion in heaven, led by his very own brother, Lucifer.
Yeah.
And to do so, he was given the demiurgic power, the power of God. With this incomprehensible power, Michael has the very power of creation inside him. Of course, his power would eventually pass on to his daughter, the similarly powerful Elaine Belloc. Number 2, Lucifer Morningstar.
What a show, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it.
If there's one person who can best the near infinite power of Michael Demiurgos, it's his brother Lucifer, the very same angel who once tried to overthrow the creator, ruled in hell for eons, and then retired to Earth to open a piano bar. Seriously, we can't make this stuff up.
I mean, you watched the
rundown
show,
of
man.
His powers
So
and
good.
abilities read very similarly to Michael. But while Michael has the power of creation, he cannot give it shape. Only Lucifer can do that. And that's exactly what he did when he stabbed his brother, releasing the Demiurgos energy and wielding it to create his very own reality.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
surprised they
and
didn't
ring
use
the
the live
bell to
action
get
footage for
notified
him.
about our
It's really
latest
good.
videos. You have the option to
That
be
was dope.
notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, the Presence. This mysterious being is the single most powerful character in all of the DC universe, but you wouldn't know it from the looks of it. Originally introduced as a disembodied voice, the Presence sometimes appears as a portly, aging gentleman in a suit. Other times, it presents itself as a talking dog. But don't let the unassuming forms fool you. The Presence is effectively the equivalent of God in DC Comics.
Yeah.
Not the Greek gods or the new gods, but the singular creator responsible for all existence. Created by Jerry Siegel and Bernard Bailey in 1940, the Presence rarely intervenes. But should he decide to, there's really no one to oppose his will.
Did you enjoy
Yep,
this
there you have
video?
it.
Check out these other clips
There
from
we
Watch.
have it, ladies and gentlemen. Watch Mojo just gave a dope-ass list of 20 most powerful DC characters, and I think I can agree with that listing. I mean, the top 3 were always going to be the Presence, Lucifer, and Michael. Those were definitely for sure. Those haven't changed at all, ever. I mean, at least from the moment of their conception in comics till now, right? I mean, you got the Presence, that's literally God. That's just straight up God. And then you have Lucifer, who's just slightly stronger than Michael. just because Lucifer can actually create, well, Michael can't. And if you guys haven't seen the TV show Lucifer, I think it was originally FX or Fox, and then Netflix picked it up after they canceled it. And they gave it like another 3 seasons or something like that, which were good seasons because Netflix has that money where it was shorter seasons, like 10 episodes, but much more budget, so it looked a lot better. And obviously the devil, like he can change into like his devil face, which is all like fucked up and deformed and looked much better on Netflix. But overall, it's a good show. It's the same idea. Lucifer leaves hell, goes to LA, opens up a piano bar, and ends up joining a detective, and it becomes like a procedural kind of detective show, but with like that whole divinity aspect to it, and it's very cool. Even the Fox version of it, the first few seasons, looked really good, like the angel wings and stuff. Like it looked dope. If you guys haven't checked it out, I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, there we have it. There's a lot of different characters there, and power scale wise, I think it was a comprehensive list. I don't think Superman, like our like normal Superman, was even on the list, was he? Superman what was it, 1 million? The one that spent 15,000 years in the sun. He was in it, obviously. But I don't think Superman was in it. Just Presence, Lucifer, Michael, Superman Prime 1 million. Spectre's another cool character. Related directly to the presence, if I remember correctly. Like it's the embodiment of like God's wrath or God's justice or something like that. But yeah, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely going to react to a few other superhero things in the future. I'm going to definitely do a Marvel one next. Top 20 Marvel characters or superheroes or whatever. But yeah, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.